all the way down. And you
Hey
set
kids,
it,
this is just in case you
after you click on
missed
unit
the
one.
lesson. First period we had a power outage, so I just want to kind of go over final details that I was almost getting to. So this is primarily for first period, but if you missed class due to any other reason, third period or fifth period, you can kind of catch up here. So I wanted to show you the screen.
At the bottom, you only see L.
Here's our English class here on Schoology. We have the links here that I mentioned. Now, I wanted to go over the argumentative essay example here, so you can see it real small here, but if you click on the link,
Can somebody
you can see it.
help me in terms of what Evan is seeing, because maybe I don't see the version
Now
that
this
you guys
is
see.
my first
I'm sorry, guys,
rough
for
draft.
interrupting.
I wanted to share it with you to show you that writers just start off with, rough starts, and then we go back and revise later. So I didn't revise. I wanted you to feel comfortable in the fact that you're writing your first draft, so mistakes are welcome as long as we're getting ideas down on the page. We could reorganize them later and cross our T's and dot our I's later. So the logical appeal paragraph reads, young drivers, I'm addressing young drivers. Young drivers, you know it's wrong to text and drive, but you still do it. It is illegal, but very difficult for police to enforce. This leaves young drivers with the idea that they can get away with it. It is a selfish thought to think this way, but if you thought of texting and driving as a moral issue rather than a legal one, you might be more inspired to set the phone down out of care for others rather than fear of getting caught. Consider Swalwood's argumentative model. Driving drunk is morally wrong. Texting while driving is relevantly similar to drunk driving. Therefore, texting while driving is morally wrong. He argues that texting is just as severe a moral issue as drinking and driving. Young drivers are warned often of the dangers of drinking and driving, but less of texting while driving. Texting might seem more innocent. The frequency of texting in which youth engage might contribute to this idea. Young drivers have a social desire to continuously text and stay in touch with the outside world. Nowadays, youth find confirmation of their existence through continuous texting. It's not like the youth of the past, whose distractions might be a magazine, book, or mirror. The very thing that confirms their existence is in their hands. It is flashy, hypnotic, convenient, and consuming of attention. In fact, texting and driving requires all types of distraction, visual, manual, and cognitive. Citing other research, De Nome et al. Explains that, and then I have a long quote here. I blocked it off because longer quotes are set off in blocks. If you have over 3 lines, so 4 lines or more of quoted material, you bring it in. You bring it in by half an inch. So here I am responding to this quote. Adding a young adult's mindset of staying constantly connected with the instructable feelings that comes with youth results in a situation where, and I lead into this research here, awareness has little impact on behavior, especially young adult behaviors. And young adult drivers seem to be aware of the dangers associated with cell phones, yet still engage in the behavior. Texting and driving is worse than playing with fire. And then I think this is the last short paragraph here of this section. One would think that our youth today would learn right and wrong from their elders. Conversely, Overton et al. Cites research by AT&T that found that 97% of teenagers reported knowing the dangers of texting and driving, but 43% reported engaging in the behavior anyway. Additionally, 77% of teenagers have seen their parents text and drive, and 75% say it is common among their friends. This is a frightful truth. Actions speak louder than words. When young drivers watch their parents perform this careless and deadly act, they learn that it is okay. Okay, notice my highlights. I'm showing, here I am pretending to be a student. I'm showing my teacher which where I excel in the standards that are expected in the scoring guide. So like this orange one I love. I'm glad I worked in this premise into this paragraph. Actions speak louder than words. That's something that everyone agrees on, right? And so that's a major premise. I was able to work that into my paragraph. Green highlights are for those transitions that add fluency to the paper. Okay, so the color of highlight matches the standard that's expected of the assignment.